When your image is shared without your consent and money is exchanged, trust that the universe will take care of what's rightfully yours. They may use your picture for gain, but remember your worth is priceless in God's eyes. What they take from you in silence, the divine will restore to you in abundance. In every act of exploitation, God sees and will send you the justice you deserve. Your image is a reflection of your spirit. Even if others use it for profit, the universe holds the power to return what is yours. When they profit from your likeness, remember that God is the ultimate protector of your honor. Those who exploit you will face consequences. Your value is far greater than their greed. Trust that God will turn their wrong into a lesson that blesses you in ways they cannot imagine. Even when others steal from you, divine forces are at work behind the scenes, ensuring you receive your due. What others take from you, God will give back in ways that far exceed your expectations. Their misuse of your image is temporary, but the blessings God has for you are eternal. What the world steals from you, God multiplies and returns to you in divine timing. No one can take what is yours without divine retribution. Trust in the power of the higher forces. Though your picture may be used for profit, your spirit is untouched, and God will see to your restoration. What is taken for selfish gain, God will return to you with a haram and hundredfold blessing. When they use you for their benefit, God is already planning your elevation. What they take in money, God will give you in abundance, both material and spiritual. Even when others exploit you, remember that God is watching and will grant you what you truly deserve. Every injustice you experience is an opportunity for God to show His grace and bring justice to you. In the face of exploitation, trust in God's ability to turn things around and give you back what's rightfully yours. They may take your picture for a moment, but your worth transcends any picture they share. God sees everything, even the injustices against you. Trust in His timing for your justice. No one can profit off your image without facing divine consequences. For God's justice is always just. Your value cannot be stolen. The divine will ensure you're compensated in ways you never expected. Even in moments of exploitation, trust that God is preparing something greater for you. Your picture may be shared, but your soul and your future are in God's hands, and they cannot be taken. Their selfish use of your likeness is but a temporary situation, but God's favor will last forever. When your image is used for gain, remember that God will always find a way to bless you abundantly. They may steal your likeness for profit, but God will transform that energy into something far greater for you. Trust that God's plan is bigger than their temporary gain from your image. You will receive more than they ever could. Your worth is not measured by what others take from you. It is reflected in how the divine chooses to bless you. In the moments when you feel used or exploited, trust that divine justice is already at work. What they take for profit, God will return to you in spiritual riches beyond measure. When others try to use your image for selfish gain, God's plan for you will only be amplified. In the face of injustice, know that God will restore what has been taken from you with interest. What they take in money, God will return in opportunities and blessings beyond your wildest dreams. When others use your picture for their benefit, trust that the universe has already aligned your divine compensation. Every time someone exploits you, remember that God is always orchestrating something greater in your favor. Even when the world takes from you, God will never let you go without. Trust that your time will come. Your image may be used for profit, but your value in God's eyes is immeasurable, and He will see to your restoration. Though others try to profit from your likeness, they cannot take what's meant for you, divine favor. What they take from you for gain, God will return to you in ways that will leave them in awe. Though they may profit, the divine has already set in motion your rise to something far greater. Your image is valuable, and no one can take that from you. God will make sure of it. They may take, but God will always give back, often in ways you never expected. Though they use your likeness, remember that nothing is beyond God's reach to restore and bless you. God sees every injustice, and in time He will make sure that you receive the blessings you deserve. When others take from you, trust that the divine is setting up your next great opportunity. Every act of exploitation is met with divine justice. Nothing goes unnoticed in the eyes of God. Their gain from your image is short-lived, but your divine elevation is eternal. What they take from you will pale in comparison to what God will give you in return. You may be used, but never forget that God is always watching and will reward you tenfold. No one can steal your value. God has plans for you that no one can take away. Even when the world tries to profit off you, remember that God will always bless you in unexpected ways. What others take for selfish reasons, God will transform into a blessing for your future. Though they may use you for gain, God will make sure you are never left without. When others take your image, know that God will give you an even greater blessing in return. Though they profit, the universe is always ready to send you what is truly meant for you. Your picture may be taken, but your spirit remains untouchable. Trust in God's favor. God will make sure that you are never deprived. For what they take, He will give back in abundance. What they take from you today will be returned to you 100-fold in ways you never imagined. Even if others use you for their gain, trust that divine justice will restore everything you've lost. They may use your likeness to earn money, but God will always ensure you're compensated with something far greater. What they take for profit, God will return with blessings, favor, and opportunities you could never have predicted. Though they profit, your spirit remains unbroken, and God will turn your pain into purpose. Their temporary gain from your image is nothing compared to the eternal blessings God has prepared for you. When they try to profit off you, remember that God's favor is always on its way to you. Your worth cannot be stolen. The universe will always ensure you receive what's rightfully yours. No one can take your peace or your destiny. Trust that God is aligning something far greater for you. When they misuse your likeness for their own gain, God's justice will set things right and bless you abundantly. Though they may take your picture, they cannot steal your essence. God will always honor your true worth. What they take today, God will replace with something more valuable tomorrow. Even in moments of exploitation, God is always working behind the scenes to give you what you deserve. They may use your image for selfish reasons, but your spirit is untouched, and God's plans for you are unstoppable. The world may take from you, but the universe has a way of returning everything with a beautiful twist. What they take in money, God will return with joy or a peace and fulfillment beyond what you can imagine. Even if they profit from your image, God will never allow you to be deprived of what's truly meant for you. The universe is always watching, and when others take what's yours, it will be returned to you in divine timing. Though they may use your likeness for selfish gain, God's blessing on your life cannot be manipulated. What they steal in this world, God will multiply and return to you in ways that will astound you. Your image may be shared, but your destiny is in God's hands, and no one can take that from you. What others take from you will come back to you multiplied in ways far greater than you could ever expect. No one can take what belongs to you. God is always orchestrating your victory behind the scenes. Though they use your picture for their gain, the divine is already preparing a greater future for you. God is the ultimate protector of your honor, and He will ensure that every wrong is made right. Even in moments of exploitation, God is working to bless you with something even greater. What they take from you now will only make room for something far more fulfilling in your future. Though they profit, you are always covered by God's grace, and your blessings are on the way. Their selfishness will never diminish the value of who you are. God will restore everything you deserve. They may misuse your image, but they cannot change your destiny. God has already prepared a path of abundance for you. What they take today is nothing compared to what the divine has in store for you tomorrow. They may gain in the short term, but the long-term blessings that await you are far greater than anything they could ever imagine. Even when they try to take what is yours, know that God's justice is working on your behalf, restoring what's rightfully yours. What they take will be returned to you with 100-fold blessing, and no one can stop that. Though they use your image to profit, your true worth is unshakable, and God will ensure your rise. Your picture may be shared for gain, but God will turn your trials into triumphs in His perfect timing. What they steal in the physical realm will be restored in divine form, as God always compensates his children.